everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're actually in Sulani and I haven't built in Sulani in probably a couple of months or at least a couple of weeks. I know I did this build and one other build in Sulani just before the Growing Together pack came out in March. So yeah, I do have another build that I did in Sulani that, will be coming up at some point. But we're building today on the Ohan'Ali beach lot in, I believe it's not Muapalam, it's one of the other neighborhoods in Sulani that I cannot remember for the life of me. But yeah, we're building on the beach lot or one of the beach lots. This is actually where there used to be a beach, in the game, this is where they had a beach. And I just decided that I wanted to rebuild it completely, and obviously I'm doing this for my save file, so yeah, I'm building it completely from scratch and kind of making it a little bit more. I mean, the original beach wasn't bad, it was literally just a beach. I mean, most of the attraction value of a beach lot, especially in Sulani, is the fact that your Sims can use them to access the water and they can play in the ocean and do all of that stuff from the beach lot. So the original beach lot was very empty. There wasn't much around that, activity wise that your Sims could do. So my main reason for completely rebuilding this was the fact that I wanted it to have a couple more activities, a little bit more going on, especially visually as well. I mean, Sulani is absolutely gorgeous. So I really want all of the lots in Sulani to not only fit in with the world, but I really want them all to be pretty and kind of interesting to look at on their own as well. So for this beach, we're actually going to be adding this little bar area on this, I guess kind of pier or boardwalk area. So yeah, I wanted to add a bar and a seating area up there as well as I believe I add a speaker later on too. But I wanted to do that because I want this lot to also have a function or a reason for your Sims to go here, at nighttime. So during the day, obviously you'd come here, you'd sunbathe, you'd, play in the sand, play in the water. And then at night, maybe your Sims can come here to have a couple of drinks with friends or, stuff like that. So I wanted it to have, a little bit more going on as well. And then we also have that little building up there on the beach. Now that building is supposed to be kind of a lifeguard tower type thing. Obviously in the game we don't have stuff like that. So I kind of just turned it into a little storage room type thing. So I have some diving equipment in there. I have a couple of stacked chairs and stacked lounge chairs. Kind of just to make it look like, whoever maintains this beach, maybe it's actually owned by whoever owns the bar area. So, it's kind of like that. It's kind of this part of, this lot is owned by someone. But, I figured that would be where they would, maybe take in the lounge chairs at the end of the day, put them away. Or, maybe, that's where some divers store their equipment. Maybe whoever runs the bar actually has a diving business too. Maybe they take them out on their boat and they go diving, so that's where they store the equipment for that or whatever. But yeah, I really like that. And then we have a outdoors bathroom type thing. So the the little outhouses that your Sims just disappear into and they can use the bathroom. I actually end up moving it to the other side of the lot by that little storage room. And then I actually also add in a outdoors shower. I use the one that came with Island Living. So your Sims will actually shower even though there's other people around, because it's technically an outdoor shower, like the university one. So I actually end up putting that outside next to those bathrooms just to make it look that's where after they've gone for a swim they can rinse off in clean water, basically not salt water. So yeah, I figured we'd have that. And then the rest of the lot is basically just going to be hangout space. So we have obviously the boardwalks or pier areas. Now on the top one, the highest one, is where I'm going to be putting obviously the bar. We also put down a couple of picnic tables and some umbrellas up there. I also eventually add in a little seating area with a couch and stuff like that. And then on the bottom pier, so like the really long one, that's kind of where I have all of like the the jet skis, like those things, like I guess kind of like parked in a way next to that boardwalk area or pier area. I also put down a boat, and then I just add some lounge chairs on those, or like on that. And then on the beach, we actually put down a couple of, just, a couple of towels, some, beach-ish clutter. I put down another couple of picnic benches, this little like awning thing from Island Living. I actually use that over the picnic tables. So we have that, we have a grill, and then we also put in a swing set as well, because we did get a swing set with Island Living, so I wanted to use it on this lot, just to give it, just to give your Sims something extra to do. So yeah, that is basically going to be the entire lot. We're also going to be adding some floaties in the water as well. So yeah, that is going to be the whole lot. But like I mentioned earlier, I did build this before we got Growing Together. So I also built it before we got the infant update. So I didn't really put in anything for like infants or toddlers all that much. I mean, having a toddler here would actually be pretty easy. You could just, bring them with you. I think you could probably put down like a toddler potty maybe in like this upstairs like storage area. There's definitely space for it. It doesn't really serve like any purpose at the moment apart from like decorative stuff or like realism. But you could easily put down a toddler potty in there, and then, you'd have everything you'd need for a toddler, or they can just use their diaper as well. But yeah, there's no like changing table or anything, and yeah, I can't really think of anywhere that I could add it if I were to go in and like change it up. I can't really think of anywhere where I could do that. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know, but this is for my save file like I mentioned, so it's completely custom content free. And funnily enough, it actually also ended up being kind of pack restricted, and I didn't do that like on purpose. I didn't purposefully like pack restrict the build at all. It's just how it ended up being, because it's like a beach. So it's not like I'm building a huge lot with, a bunch of stuff going on. So the majority of the things that I ended up using are actually from Island Living, just because it makes sense. And like, there aren't like many other packs that really fit the vibes, I mean, like of Island Living, of this style, of this architecture, the world, all of that stuff. If you're building a house, obviously you'll be able to use more packs, because you have, it makes sense if you have different styled items in your build. But for a beach, like I really wanted it to match the world, so I used mostly Island Living stuff. I also used a couple of other packs though, but I literally used like 1 or 2 items from other packs. So I used obviously mostly Island Living. I used one thing from Seasons, which is going to be this little like basket with towels and stuff like it in it, so literally just decorative. I use something from Cats and Dogs as well. I do end up putting some pet bowls up by the bar area, so if you were to bring your pets here with you, then you'd have somewhere to like feed them. So that's the only thing from Cats and Dogs that I use, the pet bowls. I use a couple of things from City Living. I use those dividers that I have like kind of as a fake wall by the bar. I use those. I use a picnic table from City Living. And then in that little storage shed area, you'll have noticed that I stacked a couple of metal chairs on top of each other, like dining chairs. Those are from City Living. But yeah, only those 3 things from City Living. From Get Together, I actually ended up using an umbrella that the one that I have like by the lounge chairs on the bottom pier. I actually used that umbrella from Get Together. That's the only thing. And then I use a couple of things from the Werewolves pack. I used that roof texture, the one that I have over the bar with like the holes in them. I used that roof texture, and then the columns that I also ended up using by the bar and the shed is from Werewolves. And then from Strangerville, I actually ended up using a couple of wall lights. So the lights that I have in that shed and outside of the shed, those are from Strangerville. But those are the only things from other packs that I ended up using. So if you don't have anything else other than like the base game and maybe the base game and Island Living, wow, I cannot speak. If you don't have anything else other than the base game and Island Living, you really won't be missing a lot, because even with city living, for example, I used a couple of picnic tables from it, but I used a couple of picnic tables from island living as well, so you could easily just place, you know, 2 more island living picnic tables down instead of the city living ones, and it would look totally fine. Same with the roof from werewolves. If you replace that roof texture with the one that I used on the shed, the one on the shed is actually from island living, so you could use that for the bar and it would be totally fine. And the dividers from city living, I played around at the beginning. I don't know if I kept it in the footage, but I played around with a couple of the island living dividers, and I didn't really like the way they looked. They weren't exactly fitting the vibe that I was going for. But you could easily replace those with, you know, island living ones, or just leave it open. That could totally be fine as well. Same with, you know, Strangerville lights. You could use any other light that you wanted to. I just liked how, like, you know, industrial almost, and like storagey. I don't know how to explain it. I like the way they looked. And then, you know, the seasons, that one basket that I have over here by the lounge chairs and by these towels, that basket is from seasons. But again, you can easily replace it with any other clutter item that you want, or just remove it and you won't be missing anything else, like anything other than a clutter item, which, you know, it's just clutter. It's not functional, it's not important. So yeah, you could easily replace any of the other packs that I used with something that you have, or leave it out and you won't be missing anything. So yeah, that's something that I just wanted to mention, because I thought that was kind of funny that it ended up being pack restricted, even though I didn't set out to make it pack restricted. But yeah, that's just something that I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I also added in a kava bowl. So I added one of those on one of the picnic tables over here on the beach. I added a kava bowl just so that your Sims can both like make it, but also so that they can have kava parties on the beach. I think they can have those parties on a beach lot. I've only explored that gameplay like maybe once or twice way back when Island Living came out, and I can't remember if I've ever done it on a beach lot or on a community lot, but I think you should be able to. But yeah, so you can have those parties, and then yeah, that is basically this entire build. We're actually going to go into a live tour at the end, because I've been trying out live tours with my videos for like the past week or so, and you guys seem to really like it. And because this is a beach lot, it's not really like, there isn't much that I can really take pictures of, if that makes sense. And I feel like seeing it live and seeing it, you know, actually moving and stuff like that, the water moving, all of that stuff, is just going to be so much prettier. So I think I'm going to do that with the live tour at the end. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, because yeah, I don't really build a lot of beach lots on the channel. I think I've done maybe one. Beach, like an actual beach lot that I made a video of. And I've done a couple of builds in Sulani, obviously, for my save. I have a whole playlist of that. I also did like a live Let's build way back when Island Living came out. That's like 4 or 5 parts of me building like a huge like resort type build, like resort bungalow type build, that I'll leave linked. It's a really old series. Like, I completed it, but it's really old, so like fair warning if you want to go back and watch that. I'm a lot more awkward in that than I currently am, and that's saying something. So yeah, I did a live build, and then I have a couple of other Sulani builds for my save that I've done, and like random other Sulani builds. But I don't usually build beach lots, because I don't know, for some reason I usually struggle building them, and I struggle figuring out what I want to place on them, because you don't really need much for a beach. You need like lounge chairs and that's it. So like, there's no like direction that I know that I can take it in, apart from turning it into some sort of like resort or something. And I didn't really want to do it with this one, but I really like the way it turned out. So we're gonna hop into the game, and I'm gonna show you guys around really quickly. Okay, so here we are in Sulani, here we are in the build, and this is what it looks like. So obviously, you know, this is the whole build. I'm gonna get out of tab mode. But yeah, so we have the little boardwalk at the end with, you know, all of the lounge chairs, that little decorative, you know, seasons basket that I mentioned, a couple of jet skis or aqua zips, a little boat that I put down. Up here we have a little bar. So obviously, because it's a beach and not technically like a lounge or a bar or a nightclub lot, your Sims will have to hire mixologists to come here. But that is something that you can really easily do, and then just cheat yourselves like the money back, or your Sims can tend the bar if they wanted to, or, you know, if you want to throw parties here, you can like hire a bartender that way. But yeah, we have the little bar area with a little fan, some, you know, pet food bowls obviously, so you can like feed your pets if they come with you. We have a little seating area over there. We have obviously a bunch of like, you know, what are these things called again, like floaties in the water. And then on the beach we have the little like swing set. We have a couple more like towels and lounge chairs and stuff that Sims are clearly already using. We have a grill, a couple of, you know, picnic tables, the carver bowl that I ended up mentioning, and then over here we have a like lifeguard towel. This is as close as I could get to making it look like, you know, there's an actual lifeguard on this beach. But yeah, in here we just have the little like storage shed. So we have some stacked, you know, lounge chairs, some stacked chairs, and then the diving storage stuff. And yeah, these are the lights that I mentioned that I used from like Strangerville that you could replace if you don't have that pack. But yeah, at the back we have that little like bathroom, like outdoor bathroom, and then the outdoor shower as well that I mentioned. And this totally works. Your Sims will use this shower even if there's someone, you know, like right next to it. They won't mind. It's kind of like the university showers that way. But yeah, that is basically this whole build. So this like is on the, like, it's in Sulani. It's in the, I kind of want to check which neighborhood it is, because honestly I cannot remember for the life of me. It's the Ohan'Ali Town. Yeah, it's the Ohan'Ali Town neighborhood. So yeah, this is where, you know, where this lot is. I have like in my save file I have like a cafe over there, and then a family living there, and like a rental over there, I think. But yeah, so this is where it is in the world. Why? Oh, it's whatever. It's his work. So yeah, I do use Diego as my tester sim. So yeah, this is what the beach looks like. But yeah, so this is the beach. This is the top-down view. I'm going to show you guys a top-down view from like build mode as well, because I know a lot of you prefer seeing the grid. So this is the grid, you know, the roof, and then the first floor. Now, yeah, obviously this is what the boardwalk area looks like, and then, you know, just the little beach area. Nothing much, nothing too intricate or too interesting. But I really like the way it turned out. Like, I really like the way it turned out. It's super pretty. I love how, you know, as you can see, there's a lot going on already. So like Sims are already, you know, they've turned on the speaker, they're listening to music, they're dancing. There's just a lot more going on this lot than there is in the original like game lot. So that is kind of what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit more useful, a little bit more full and useful and busy than the original lot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to download it, like I said, it is up on the gallery. It's up on the gallery. You can find the download link in the description, as well as my gallery ID. And like I said, it's completely custom content free, so you won't have to worry about anything like that. And it's also kind of pack restricted, like I mentioned in the voiceover. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But I hope you're all having a good day and that you're looking forward to the weekend, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.